President Buhari, there's great interest in your thoughts on many issues, on investments in the northeast, on the Continental Free Trade Agreement. Feel free to take your pick, but would you like to take the microphone and leave us with a final thought from you?
We have a very young population. Our population is estimated conservatively to be 180 million. This is a conservative one. More than 60% of the population is below the age of 30. A lot of them haven't been to school, and they are claiming, that Nigeria has been an oil-producing country. Therefore, they should sit and do nothing and get housing, health care, education free.
The final thought that opened up Pandora's box of reactions, mostly against President Muhammadu Buhari's comments.
It is very unfair for the president to go out of the country and begin to say that the youth of this nation are lazy. The same youth that he was proud to use when he wanted power, when he was so desperate to be the president of this nation. He used the youth. He knew then they were not lazy. Even during his inaugural speech, he did thank the youth. And of course, what the social media did to ensure that he came into power.
If these children don't work in their productive age, when they get old, they will die. Because they will have nothing to fall back on.
But the president's spokesman rose to his defense to clarify his intended meaning.
If you look at Mr. President's words, his statement, in no place did he say Nigerian youths were lazy. That word lazy did not feature at all. It's an attempt at the marketing, but that attempt will not succeed, because Mr. President has a solid profile.
Although the word lazy was not mentioned, the inference is what has become the bone of contention. But dissecting the comments of the president, certain pointers can be traced to the issues on ground in Nigeria. In the northeast, there's a vast amount of children roaming the streets. No thanks to the Almajiri system that has set them apart from their families for guidance. Who is to be held responsible for how they turn out in future, especially if they fall into the wrong hands? The president also touched on the South-South, where the oil that feeds the nation comes from. Here, majority of the youth are without livelihood, largely because the environment has experienced a large amount of degradation, which has left them without work. Oil has been Nigeria's main selling point for decades, and this has had a negative impact on other sectors which receive little support for development. So this graph from the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics showing a spike in the youth unemployment rate from 2015 to 2017 is not surprising. Education might not necessarily be gotten through universities, so perhaps the government, in trying to engage the youth positively, might need to look into setting up more technical colleges where skills can be acquired, so that any unengaged youth can have no one but themselves to blame if they fail to turn the opportunity provided into endless possibilities. Orolu Ashonibare, Channels Television News.